I didn't record it all the spirit talks that I had with my twin, because I actually, if I may be honest, because I always feel his feelings and his thoughts so clearly. I mean, there are, as mine, I feel that his pain, I feel his happiness, I feel sometimes dizzy, as if he would be maybe drunk, I don't know. It is so beautiful. But at the same time, I have no connection, so don't be jealous, right? I never had a connection, I never seen him. So this is my like kind of redeem or the only way to communicate. So, and I always have these interactions with him and answers, like he's asking me and we talk, most of all in the night, and I just like kind of tossing and turning, sleeping, but at the same time learning. And this is so important that I don't forget that. And I feel always, sometimes I feel he has questions, so I stop. Sometimes I don't have time, I think it's gonna release itself, but no, okay, it's not releasing this pressure from him, he needs something. So I take my time, go into meditation and ask him, and it's always 100% always released. Every time I do that, always will find he says a question and answer, and it is not always easy because we don't talk literally, which is, it is a spirit talk, and sometimes there are, how I said, in the sleeping, so there are just communication between our spirits, and this, I always feel him be completely released as myself, because understand more, because even if this is kind of a his question, it's always echoes in us, this is always the same. And so as I have those questions, for example, because he never confirmed and lied to me and rejected me, so he was always feeling this guilt. And even I was not angry, I was feeling his anger of himself, wanted me to be angry and being very afraid how would I meet him again, and I didn't know what to answer, and I was very afraid, really, how should it be. And once he just asked me that, and then I said in spirit, and I said to him, if you really would love me and love yourself, you will know, and you will act accordingly, and you will not be feared, because you will know what you do, you will know that you want that with any consequences. And right now you don't know how to make me happy, and that's just okay, because you don't know how to make yourself happy and who you are, and many other things, like the other time was about surrender. He always was so afraid to surrender, because that would mean it was all his fault, I have to be happy with someone else, because I was so innocent all the time, and I was so loving to him, never pushed him, never blamed him, and never lied to him. And so in any way, he was the one who didn't want me, so I have to be happy with someone else. And most of all, I'm a girl, I don't have children, so I have to go for it. And he was very afraid about this. Most of all, his problem was that he gonna be forgotten because I won't be happy, or, and it was actually my problem as well, but I didn't feel it as much on the outside, I guess, because we spiritual, we just giving it all up. Even this issue is inside, maybe we have to go for it and look at this, but we are just, we are just trusting. But the intellectual one, they are like kind of differently, they also want to ask, always having this on the surface. And yeah, once he just was very, it was a process to surrender, and then in the end, it was this interaction again, spirit, and I said you can surrender by knowing what is that union for you in your heart. You know, capital know what is that for you, and then you let go and surrender. Yeah, many other things. Always this just beautiful conversation. what what this union is to you. For example, the life purpose, that is, the union brings you to your life purpose. If you and your life purpose, then you're closer than ever to the the revelation, the resolution, and then the life purpose will be shown. As more we're getting ourselves, more we're getting to our course, more we're getting to clear about who we really are inside. And this is not clear. We think much, sometimes we do, but it's not. Most of all, if we've been abused or had very hardship life, this is all wounds. This is all covering our crystalline nature. And that's why those old wounds, these are fears, they are muddying our real nature, which would be the life purpose. We would become the life purpose itself if we are clearing all those layers and dissolving all those issues. And this is a process of healing, of cleansing, clearing, and we do this for both always, because it's the same issues. On an energetic level, it is the same issue. As you activate yourself, release one pattern, you activate it automatically in them. They are inspired, they are healed without knowing, they are kind of led to new insights and become more themselves. Yes. And yes, just trust in our heart and then our intuition. And I go more and more for becoming what we really want. That's what the twin flames want to teach us. It will bring us closer to our own selves and to understand what we really want to do in this life. And I, for myself, always experience like I have those issues that I have are these issues too. Like either they are opposites or they are in some, equal problem, like 50-50, but we have to release it. So we have to do 50%, I have to do 50%. If it is opposite, that means probably this is the biggest issue. So you have to 100%, this is really big problem you have, and they have to but the opposite of it. So like it's unbalanced. So we have to come, to the middle. Like we have to balance those 50% which are over exaggerated or over blocked, so we can balance it and we help each other do this. So I wish you good luck, and you can make it.